Hello aspirants, welcome to another daily algebra punch video, and this is day number 15. So as of now 14 sessions have been completed. You can find the playlist in the description box, or you can watch those 14 lectures if you are really interested in revising the complete algebra, right? These questions are important because I'll try to cover all the concepts that can be asked in the examination, right? So the first question of the video, that the first four terms of an AP arithmetic progressions are, that is P plus 2Q, 3P plus Q, and 30. So these are the four terms of an AP. We have to find the 2016 term, right? So if there are three terms which are in AP, so I can say if I consider these three terms, so this is twice of the middle term should be equals to, that is the first and the third term. So from here I can say twice of P plus 4 times of Q should be equals to 4 times of P plus Q. So 3Q equals to 2 times of P, or I can say P upon Q should be equals to 3 by 2, right? So this is 3K and 2K. So P is 3K and Q is 2K. So this is, in terms of K, this is 3K. This is P plus 2Q, that is P plus 2Q, 7K. This is 3P plus Q, that is 9 plus 11K, and that's 30, right? So I can say जो difference होगा, common difference, that will be of 4K, right? Common difference इसमें 4K का होगा because 3K 7K we have a difference of 4K, right? So I can say this 30 minus 11K should be equals to 4K, right? 30 minus 11K should be equals to the common difference. So from here I can say 15 times of K equals to 30. So K is nothing but 2, right? Means K का value 2 आ जाएगा, right? Now we have to find the 2016th term, right? 2016th term. So 2016 terms will be A plus 2015 times the common difference, right? So A is the first one, that is P, and the common difference is 4 times of K, right? Now P is actually thrice of K, so this is thrice of K plus this is 8060 K, so this is 8063 K. Now we have the value of K2, so this is going to be 8063 multiplied by 2, 16126 is the right answer. I hope it is clear, right? So there are other ways also, but I find it easy because I have converted P and Q in the same variable, right? Now moving to the next question, we have another question. So the number of integer solutions K that can take K ka range is given to us 2 to 30, such that K minus 1, K minus 2, K minus 3 up to 3 into 2 into 1 are not divisible by K, right? So once you start focusing this product, you can say this is nothing but the, if I want to expand n factorial, this is n minus 1, n minus 2 until 3 into 2 into 1, and similarly if I expand n minus 1 factorial, this is n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, and up to 3 into 2 into 1. So from here I can say this complete expression is nothing but k minus 1 factorial, right? So k minus 1 factorial, right? Now I have to check that how many k are possible such that the range of k is given to us 2 to 30, such that this is not divisible by k, right? So I don't want it to be, means the remainder should not be equals to 0, right? Should not be equals to 0, then only I can say this k minus 1 factorial is not divisible by k, right? So what can be the possible values, right? So of course I can take the values. If I say k equals to 2, so this is 2 minus 1 factorial divided by 2, so this is 1 factorial divided by 2, so this condition is satisfied. Similarly if I say k equals to 3, so 3 minus 1 factorial divided by 2, 3 actually k का value 3 है, 2 factorial divided by 3, this is also satisfied. If I say k equals to 4, so this is 4 minus 1 का factorial divided by 4, so this is 3 factorial divided by 4, so this is going to be 6 divided by 4, again this is also satisfied, means k2 is 3 is also satisfied, k4 is also satisfied, right? Now if I put these values up to 30, it will be a very long process. So I have to just think what can be the possible arrangement or the pattern that is hidden here, right? So if I'm saying that we have a 17 factorial, we have a number 17 factorial, so I can make sure, okay, this can be written as 17, 16, 15 up to 3 into 2 into 1, right? So this is divisible by all 17 numbers, right? From 1 to 17, 1 to 17. But if I take that is 17 factorial divided by 18, might be possible we can find 18 also, right? Because if I find the value of 18, that in 17 factorial, if I find 18, so 18 is nothing but 17 factorial can be written as that is we have 2 many times, and we have 3 also, right? So 18 is nothing but 3 square into 2. So of course I have 9 also, I have 2 also, so 17 factorial is also divided by 18. The point is that when I divide any factorial by the prime number greater than 17, the prime number greater than 17, definitely the answer is not that 17 factorial is not divisible by 17, the number greater than 17, which is of prime form, right? So I can conclude here that k equals to 2 is also okay, 3, 4, right? So now I have to think for the prime numbers, right? I have to think for the prime numbers from 2 to 30. So we have 2, 3, 4 is the exception here, right? Now 5, then 7, then 9, 11, 13. 9 is not a prime number. Then 11, then 13, then 17, 19, 23, then 29. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Enable values are there, right? Because if you want to take like that is k equals to like 19. So this is 19 minus 1 factorial divided by 19. So 18 factorial cannot be divided by 19. That's why I'm saying we have to just keep prime number in the denominator so that we have a lesser number in the numerator, and that is of factorial form, right? Similarly, if I take k equals to 23, which is another prime, so in the numerator we have k minus 1 factorial divided by k. So this is 22 factorial divided by 23. Again, the remainder is not equals to 0, right? The remainder is not equals to 0. That's why. So whenever we want to divide any factorial and I want that the factorial is not divided by any particular number, just go for the primes, right? And here 4 is the exception, right? 4 is the exception, right? So moving to the next question, we have to find the maximum value of x, right? So we have root x greater than equals to thrice of x, right? So what I can say, this root x minus, or just take to this side, right? 0 is greater than equals to 3x minus root x, right? Okay. Okay, right. So 3x minus root x less than equals to 0. So if I square both sides, right? So this is 9x square plus x minus 6x root x less than equals to 0. So this is 9 of x square plus x less than equals to 6x root x, right? 6x root x, right? Now, if I really want to get rid of root value, then I have to just again square it, right? So again square both sides, right? So this is 9x square plus x whole square is less than equals to 6x root x whole square. But the problem is that we have to be very sure when we are squaring any inequality, right? For example, I have minus 2 greater than minus 3. This is of course very true. But if I square them, right? If I square both sides, minus 2 square and minus 3 square. So do you think this is true? No, this is not true. That's why. So when you are squaring in the inequality, you have to be very sure that both these has to be positive, right? So it is very important that if a is greater than equals to b, and if we want to squaring both sides, then make sure a comma b should be positive, right? Should be positive. So that's why I cannot say it is true, because x, the sign of x is not known to us. Uska sign to हमें पता ही नहीं है. Then what I can do, right? So that's why this process is actually wrong. Most of the time students just process this value and they can find the answer, but might be possible you are landing in the wrong answer, right? So what I can say, if I want to be very sure, then I can say this root x is greater than equals to 3x, and any number which is in the square root, right? So x has to be greater than equals to 0, right? So if I assume x has to be 0 greater than equals to 0, but it is of course, right? ये तो जरूर होगा, क्यों? क्योंकि x का वैल्यू नेगेटिव तो ले ही नहीं सकते. Means this is positive, right? This is positive, right? This is positive greater than equals to 0. And if I have assumed that if x is greater than equals to 0, then it is also positive, right? तो ये भी पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा. अब हम इसका स्क्वायर कर सकते, राइट? नाउ स्क्वायरिंग बोथ साइड, दैट्स व्हाई. सो दिस इज squaring both side, because this is also positive, this is also positive, because 3 is greater than 2, both are positive number, then 3 square should be greater than 2 square, which is very true, right? But in terms of negative, as I told you, that minus 2 is greater than minus 3, so square will give me wrong answer, right? Which is wrong answer. That's why we have to be very sure that you should have both the terms positive on the sides of inequality, right? So ये बनेगा x, ये बनेगा 9x square. So means 9x square minus x less than equals to 0. Now I can take x common. 9x minus 1 less than equals to 0 means the critical point of x is 0, and this is 1 by 9, then 0, then 1 by 9, then plus minus plus, right? Now because I want to be less than equals to 0, right? So means this is, and this is the answer. So x belongs to 0 to 1 by 9. So from 0 to 1 by 9, this inequality is true actually, right? But I want to find the maximum value. So the maximum value occurs at x equals to 1 by 9, because we cannot move beyond 1 by 9, and it cannot go less than 0 also, right? So the maximum value of this expression is 1 by 9. I hope you learned very important thing about this, right? So whenever you want to square इनइक्वालिटी है, तो मेक श्योर कि वो दोनों टर्म पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए जो कि इनइक्वालिटी के साइड में है, राइट? मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. x plus 1 upon x equals to 1, though we have to find the value of this given expression, right? So if I say x plus 1 by x equals to 1, so this is x square plus 1 equals to x. So x square minus x plus 1 equals to 0. This is very important, right? So whenever we have x square minus x plus 1 equals to 0, so just multiply it by, right? Just multiply it by x plus 1, so that this becomes, on the left hand side, this becomes x cube plus 1, a cube plus b cube, right? So this is a cube plus b cube is a plus b, a square plus b square minus ka ab. That's why. So this is very important expression, right? So very important expression, and this is equals to 0, which implies x cube equals to minus 1, right? If x cube equals to minus 1 means x की power 6 should be equals to plus 1, x की power 9 minus 1 बनेगा, right? आप इसका क्यूब करेंगे, right? तो this is 1 minus 1 plus x cube का स्क्वायर, x cube का क्यूब, and x cube का power 4, right? So this is 1 minus 1, then this is plus 1, then this is going to be minus 1, then this is going to be plus 1. So these two cancel out. So final answer is 1. Very important, right? So this is very important observation, right? Now we have the last question of the video. We have to find the number of positive integers such that this inequality is satisfied, right? So n cube minus 4n square minus 16n plus 64 less than equals to 0, right? So this is a cubic cubic equation, right? And what I can say that we have to find the first root by hit and trial method, right? So what I can say, just take factors of 64, right? Factors of 64. So if I say factor of 64 1 2 then 4, just try to take positive then go for the negative, right? पहले आप पॉजिटिव ट्राई करिए, तो 1 2 4 8 एंड समथिंग लाइक दैट, शुरू में 3 4 पे वैल्यू मिल जाएगा, राइट? तो फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई टेक n इक्वल्स टू 2, सो दिस इज 2 का क्यूब माइनस 4 इंटू 2 का स्क्वायर माइनस 16 इंटू 2 प्लस 64, so this is 8 minus 16 minus 6 32 plus 64, right? So this is going to be 72 minus 48 not equals to 0, right? So this is not the value satisfying, right? Now if I take n equals to 4, so this is going to be 4 cube minus 4 into 4 ka square 16 into 4 plus 64, right? So this is 64, this is 64, this is 64, this is 64, means n equals to 4 is a root of the given equation, right? N equals to 4 is a root of the given equation, right? Means n equals to 4 is a root. So once we have the first root n equals to 4, so what I can say, n minus 4 is a factor, n minus 4 is a factor, so n minus 4 n minus 4 n minus 4, right? Just we have to divide this complete equation by n minus 4, or what I can say, I can regenerate this equation from n minus 4. How will I do it? We have n cube, so just multiply first term by n square, n cube minus 4n square, right? We have 4n square, so this will be 0 because we don't need any further 4n, right? 0 times n, so this is that is 0 n square minus 0n. Now I want 16n, so this has to be minus 16, so minus 16 plus 64, right? So this become n square, just take n minus for common, n square plus 0 n minus 16, right? So this is n minus 4 n square minus 16, right? N square minus 60, right? And it has to be less than equals to 0, right? So n minus 4 n minus 4 then n plus 4, right? It has to be greater than or less than equals to 0, right? Less than equals to 0, right? Okay, so this becomes n minus 4 the whole square, or I can say this is n minus 4 whole square and n plus 4 less than equals to 0, right? So this is always positive, always greater than equals to 0, so this cannot be less than 0, ये तो हमेशा पॉजिटिव रहेगा या मीन टू मीन 0 हो सकता है, राइट? इसका मतलब n plus 4 has to be less than equals to 0, right? So means n has to be less than equals to minus 4, right? Has to be minus 4, right? But if I say this is 4 minus 4 then 4, so यहाँ पे प्लस 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 देन 4 पे भी प्लस रहेगा, माइनस 4 पे नेगेटिव हो जाएगा, बट आई वांट लेस देन इक्वल्स टू 0, राइट? सो यहाँ पर आई थिंक कुछ एरर है क्या, बिकॉज ये प्लस रहेगा ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड प्लस, देन दिस इज ऑल्सो प्लस देन माइनस 4, राइट? So it has to be 0, but I want a positive integer values of n. So if I take less than equals to, so if I say n equals to minus 4, if I say n is less than minus 4, so no positive value of n exists. So there is only one possibility, because I will make use of equality. So if n equals to minus 4, if n equals to minus 4, then equality follows, right? So there is only one solution, that is n equals to 4, right? So n equals to 4, n equals to 4 is the only positive solution, n equals to 4 is the only positive solution that satisfy इक्वलिटी, राइट। तो ये इक्वलिटी को सेटिस्फाई कर देगा, राइट। सो n इक्वल्स टू 4 इसका राइट आंसर बनेगा। सो वी हैव हाउ मेनी इंटीजर वैल्यूज डू वी हैव? दैट इज ओनली 1, राइट। तो ऑप्शन नंबर सी इसमें राइट आंसर है, दैट इज n इक्वल्स टू 4, दैट्स इट। So hopefully you enjoyed these 5 questions and their solution also, and for more you can join Quant Prep 99, and if you are willing to join our Telegram group, you can join it, where you can find the documents and the PDFs. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye, take care.